Curzon, in what school do you go to?
Christchurch.
Christchurch, where is that?
In Chadderton.
In Chadderton. Oh, all the way from Chadderton, eh?
Yeah.
And are you a rugby player?
Yeah.
Who do you play for?
British Aerospace.
You play for British Aerospace, and what position do you play?
Second row.
Second row. How are you doing? Have you been scoring plenty of tries?
A bit.
Well, we do some running and tackling, do you?
Yeah.
And where are you in the league?
We don't have a league, we just like play.
You're just enjoying it?
Yeah.
I hope we enjoy it. It's a bit cold today out here, but you enjoy it and go and rejoin your teammates over there. They're playing in blue today. That's Salford.
Yeah.
Okay, well, have you got a message for the fans today?
We're gonna win.
The home now of Runcorn. Runcorn, who have had different names and different venues over the time. Liverpool City, Liverpool Stanley, Highton, are now domiciled here at the St Helens soccer ground. Cold, blustery day here on this little ground, and as you can hear, members of the Salford supporters gang are warming themselves up with some good singing and chanting. I'll give you the teams. Runcorn. I'll give you the teams. Runcorn, Dolan, Barrow, Price, Rose, Ashcroft, Martin, Rawlinson, Arkwright, Goodyear, Dean, Higgs, Goulding, Platt. Their substitutes Hine and Southwood. Salford, Gibson, Evans, Gilfillan, Fell, Hadley, Cassidy, Kerry, Tunks, Welsh, Tamati, Shane Hanson, Ian Sherratt, Arthur Bradshaw, and the substitutes Keith Bentley and Tony Conroy. Some changes there, particularly at loose forward, where Andy Burgess yesterday at training sustained a knee injury and has pulled out of this match. Here's Steve to give you a bit of a rundown.
Okay, well, the first thing is seeing Salford playing in some familiar shirts of blue, and you can see why when you look at the colours of the Runcorn team. They actually play in both red and yellow, and that's Salford's first and second choice colours. So here Salford wearing the most unusual looking colours of blue for them, but it's top of the table. Salford undefeated against bottom of the table, Runcorn without a win. On paper, that should be a walkover, but you never know. Runcorn, they've got new coach, player coach Chris Arkwright. Oh, look at that, straight from the kick-off. Salford not collecting the ball there. Chris Arkwright, player coach, sharpening things up. And we see Runcorn very nearly scoring their first victory for a long time a couple of weeks ago when they lost narrowly by 11 points to 10 to Hunslet. So, a much changed Salford team because of injuries. We'll see how good the squad is today. On paper, it should be an easy game for Salford, but you never know. Back to you, Jim.
And from that kick-off, as you see, Runcorn forced the ball dead, and Salford have had to drop out, and they're now under siege. As Chris Arkwright, recent acquisition, formerly with the St Helens, now on a coaching staff at Runcorn. Runcorn swinging the ball along the line, tackled. The referee, Mr. Steele, for this match today, and that winger was definitely offside there. I think the winger was offside there, Steve.
Well, perhaps, but it was a good kick, and in fact, in these first few minutes, Runcorn have done something that not many other teams have done, and that is pen Salford inside their own 25. That was good play from Runcorn, and it was a nice take from Kerry. But you see how windy it is today. The wind is behind the Runcorn team, and the kicks that are coming out from under the sticks are only just making it to the 25. Runcorn on the attack.
There's Price. It's going now to the hooker, who's got the ball, and Salford's got the ball possession for the first time since the kick-off. Tamati. Kevin Tamati, the Salford manager coach, playing today. There's one or two injuries. Mark Lee, Moran, and Burgess. Steve Kerry taken down, and now is Gilfillan. And on, this is the last tackle. Cassidy is going to kick. He's got a nice little kick through. It's a turnover. Strange surroundings for Salford here. Oh yes. Yes, the man was taken off the ball. Sherratt was taken off the ball, and the linesman spotted it and is on to tell the referee. You know, the shouting at well, he's giving a free kick to them, and
well, that was something going on off the ball then from that play of the ball. It was Sherratt, in fact, who the referees deciding, with the help of the linesman, obstructed the Runcorn man. And this Runcorn team have opened very well. They've tackled very, very sharply in that first series of tackles when Salford had the ball. And for own part, they had an attack earlier on, which put the Salford defence under some pressure. And just to demonstrate how strong the wind is, that the attempt is now going to be made at goal from that penalty. Although perhaps it should have been inside, the penalty should actually have been from inside the Runcorn half from where the offence took place. This is the halfway line. And that's a good kick. Shows how powerful the wind was. Great kick.
well, perhaps the video will show just what happened, but I saw Sherratt there, knocked to the ground, and I don't know, the linesman saw something else. So he shot at the referee. He's acting on information given to him by the linesman in that case. Salford to kick off after that failed free kick. Ian Sherratt in action there, again over there, tackling. There's Arkwright again. And that attack finally coming to an end. Billy Platt there. There's a number 6 Martin struggling away there. It's the last tackle. And Salford have knocked oh, and that's a drop attempt that's gone astray from Billy Platt, who is a kicker, veteran in the game. Has had
What enterprising play that was from Runcorn. That's as good a rugby as we've seen from anybody against Salford this year. And Runcorn did something that deemed and found very difficult, and that is they scored, almost scored from that drop goal attempt, which just drifted out wide to the left-hand side of the post. Good play from Runcorn. Not going to be any pushovers. Salford finding it difficult to get into the Runcorn half.
Shane Hansen just driving to the halfway line. Oh, and there's a great half break by Gibson. Salford now moving into attack, and Cassidy. Last tackle, yes. And it's a turnover again, but that's the first bit of real attacking play we've seen from Salford. After 5 minutes of the game. And I think I'm in a minority here, Steve, in being one of those people who didn't think it was going to be all that easy and prolific is point scoring on this ground and against this team. Again, it's another narrow ground, and Salford are finding it hard to make some headway.
Yeah, I think you're proving you're right so far, Jim. Long way to go, and it's a changed Salford team. They've had a week off. Will the rest have livened them up, or will they finally take some time to get back into the game? But we're seeing some better play from Salford now.
There's Hanson running well. Somebody taken down. Now Salford will have to flash this ball along, open an attack here and see if they can get a score. Nice bit of play there by Salford. Gilfillan taken down there. It's the last tackle. Cassidy kicks. Taken by the Runcorn winger who's tackled. And now it's Runcorn's turn to try and break out of their danger zone. Billy Platt's going to kick. And well taken by Steve Gibson. He's going through there, yes, a nice run by Gibson there. And he's given Runcorn offside at that played about.
Excellent catch from Gibson there. That ball was miles in the sky. Made lots of grounds, the loose forward for Runcorn with the kick. And Gibson took a very difficult ball very cleanly and then made good yards on attack. And Kerry going for the corner, but it just goes on the 25 and it's Salford tap.
Yes, and again to repeat another theme that I started with, I don't think Runcorn have had the biggest scores against them on this ground. Their last matches here was against Hunslet, and Hunslet won 11 points to 10. It's given crossing there. It's a very harsh decision, shoulder to shoulder, I thought, and on this narrow ground, I think that kind of play is deserving of something more than. No, he's not given crossing. He's given some other decision. It's a scrum which Runcorn have won. Arkwright taken down. Dean taken down the big prop, number 10. Going to kick again. Gibson takes again. Man's hurt there, Gibson. Shane Hanson driving it in. Well, somebody goes on to have a look at what happened to Gibson. He had a blow on the head, I think. Oh, that's it. Right, that's Gilfillan taken down. And Runcorn are going to score here. Given a free kick for a double movement. I don't think it was a double movement.
Well, Runcorn must be the unluckiest team in the league today for not being allowed that try. The pass from Kerry, well, you could see that there was an overlap on the other side and he was trying to get the ball along the line, but the standoff read it well, and he made standoff Martin. That was a great run from him, and just with a half a yard of extra pace would have made it to do something that nobody else has done for a long time against Salford in the second division, and that is take the lead against them. This Runcorn team really has started very well. We've been going 10 minutes and they so far have been looking as good as anybody we've seen.
Yes, I think there's a bit of harsh criticism there from some fans of the pass by Kerry. He was trying to break down a tight defence on a narrow pitch. Tunk's going diving through there. Cassidy to kick. Good kick, and man had to reach for the ball and was tackled by chasing players. Sherratt going here. And there's Gibson on a run. And Salford finding it hard to get the last crack in the defence that will open the way to a try. Gibson recovers. Some corner buzzing here, some lying offside though.
What we also have to say about that attack from Runcorn is give credit to Tex Evans for being perhaps the first Salford back defending. How often do we see the defending team takes time to turn as a kick through? And Evans was back brilliantly to make the tackle that prevented the tries. Well played to him. And also, we have to say that it's a loose forward Platt for Runcorn that's featuring so many of their moves.
Yes, well, here we are now with the good tackle there by Arthur Bradshaw. The hooker there attempted to knock Bradshaw. And Runcorn now is going to kick over. And Gibson is the one who's been making the most impression on this defence. He's the one that's been making the breaks. And there's Hadley now. And Hadley did well there to stay in. Thought he was going to get into touch. Kerry trying to make her way through. Oh, and that's foul. Coming on to Gilfillan's pass, but still. That's Bradshaw taking a high pass from Cassidy. The last tackle, so we have to do something.
Well, Salford not quite got it together yet, but Runcorn have. I mean, from all this, look at this little man going, look at, oh, what a shame. And the ball just went out, but this is good play from Runcorn. They're really having probably one of the best spells of the season. And they're doing very well to keep Salford out. Salford not quite cohesive, the ball's going backwards. Gibson been his usual busy, effervescent self, but Runcorn have found the gaps, and Salford seems to have been a bit slow to turn to defend on occasions. But here they are with the ball again.
We're going to now know, yes. Took the ball out of Tex Evans' hand there. It was a good piece of football by Salford, but it's very difficult on this narrow pitch to get the kind of flowing movement that Salford are so used to. Runcorn back on attack. Oh, well done. Tex Evans took that ball very well. Tex is going through, yes. Nice little run by Tex Evans there. Tunk's going in now. Driving in. 2 men to tackle. And now Shane Hansen running well. Oh, that ball was lost. Joe Walsh really ought to have been alert to that, because Shane Hansen gets the ball out a lot in the tackle very well. And that's the centre Price making a good run up the touchline. Well tackled by Hansen on Goodyear, the Runcorn hooker. Scrum half. Rawlinson slipped then. Gibson gathers again and makes another run. Working hard today, Gibson, and having to. The Miles offside over here, and he's not taking any notice here. Oh, that's Bradshaw with a lovely break. And there's Gilfillan running. Stopped just short of the line in that bit of play. We'll give him the last tackle. Oh, that was easy. Just easy to pass the ball along the line for the try. Gibson waved for it, and that's the first try. Size of relief all round, and what was to most fans most unexpected.
20 minutes gone before Salford has scored a try, and I think that's probably the longest start of it, the longest period at the beginning of the game that we've seen Salford put it together. Up to that point, we've seen a tremendous display from Runcorn that's been well above a team down at the bottom of any division. They've defended well, they've tackled well, and on attack they've broken the Salford line on 2 or 3 occasions and been unfortunate not to score. But in the end, it's the Salford strength that we know exists, that they made a good move round the right that involved Gilfillan and Fell and Evans, and the ball's just fallen over in this wind. And then he drew in the Runcorn defence. The Runcorn defence didn't concede the try at that time when you might have expected them to, but they were all pulled over to that side of the field, and then when the ball came right along the line, it was Arthur Bradshaw who was able to pass on to Gilfillan. Oh, and there, straight through the middle, excellent from Kerry, to Gilfillan, and give Hadley in the end the simplest of strolls over the line to add to his try tally this season. A tremendous try scoring tally from Hadley. He's already scored more tries than he has done in any of his previous seasons with Salford. One or two people catching the eye, Gibson as always, and Bradshaw in the build-up previously made a very nice 20-yard break. And there's a nice take from Cassidy.
That was a great kick by Kerry, Steve, and against the wind, and it floated it well. Sheddock there. 4 men tackling Sheddock there. There's Hansen going through. And they're offside here again. Hadley taking it well there, but well worked move, and Hadley did very well running onto that Kerry pass.
Here's the leading wing.
And there's Bradshaw again, but he's given a forward pass, yes.
Yes, that's better play from Salford. The try just seems to have relaxed them a little bit now, and there were options on, and it was Bradshaw catching the eye playing loose forward today because of the injury in training to Andy Burgess, and he made a nice breakthrough and had man in support, but Cassidy was just unfortunately was slightly in front. It was a forward pass.
Well, that ball did actually come out, but it's feeding. Oh no! I don't know why. Yes, the referee gave feet up when it was actually fed well into the second row of the Runcorn pack. But now Runcorn have a chance to attack here. Good here, the hooker. Oh, and the ball did drop on it. It was a run around, but only one man knew. That was the number 9 hooker. Cross to Martin and then to oh, and he's lost that ball. The referee says it went backwards. Well, that didn't. Almost losing that ball in the tackle, Hansen. Shut up. Good tackle by Billy Platt. There's Cassidy. Nice passing again by Salford, and there's the half break there by David Felt. Terry again, Tunks. Oh, nice. Oh, hard line there. Yes, it was a well worked move, but came to grief. Number 10, Dean, going through. And there's Arkwright. Gained a few yards there. And Rawlinson trying to jink through. Well tackled there. That's the last tackle. Kerry recovers that, sweeps, playing well as a sweeper then, Kerry, for that kick through. And if they... Bradshaw's having a tremendous game at loose forward here today. Yes, Gibson caught them there with that quick play of the ball, no marker. Oh, and Kerry, nicely through. Last tackle. And that's a good kick. It's not going to make it to touch though. Shedder having attention there, a knock on the knee, I think. Keith Bentley just running past the warm-up. There may be a substitution here soon. To Platt for that kick. Hadley running back to gather that ball. Gilfillan running there. There's a poor pass there from Frank Cassidy.
ball then.
Oh, come on, referee, that was terrible.
Ball! You blocked it!
It's going well for Runcorn, you know. Salford are finding it difficult. It's not easy. It's not easy for them. There's a couple of outstanding, but Higgs in at number 11 and Platt number 13. They're holding the Runcorn pack together, and Salford still have it all to do here.
Higgs taken down there by Arthur Bradshaw. And Runcorn again on the attack from that free kick. Okay. Oh, and Cassidy fortunately stole the ball from the player as he was almost reached the line. Salford throwing that ball about a bit wildly now, trying to make some ground. And it's been wrestled away from Tex Evans there on the wing. But not one of Salford's best days today. I don't think they relish this pitch and this spotting of Runcorns. Having to work hard on defence here. Probably made more mistakes, dropped more balls in this match than in any this season, Salford so far. Number 10 trying to drive through on his own, Dean. It's the last tackle. Will Billy Platt have a go at the drop goal? No. Puts the ball out. And that's well taken there by Kevin Tamati. Charged it down and dived on it. And now holding down there, referee. The Runcorn standoff is suffering from an arm injury, which... Oh, and John Gynfallen. Couldn't actually get the ball out. Oh, there's Tunks going on. Cassidy almost over under the post there. Quickly in there on that tackle, Billy Platt. And Gilfillan's are now going out to kick that dead because Gilfillan was chasing Kevin Tamati's kick.
Yeah, Gilfillan was outstanding then in that attack from Salford because he saw that there was a possibility of a gap and a break on, and he used his strength and determination to get through, and it was just unfortunately that he couldn't quite coordinate with Hadley to put in a scoring pass. But then even when the ball went into the middle, you've got to hand it again to Runcorn, for the defence was superb. Here's Kerry.
Well taken that by Kerry. And he's jinking away there, Kerry. Nice little run. Oh, that pass was dropped in front of the player rather than passed. Yes.
Come on, come up again, Salford out!
Yes, it's a mistake-ridden match so far. That's going downfield. Gibson having to chase back for that one. Coming up. Now Hadley taking it on from that play the ball. An offside over here, 3 men offside, definitely. And Cassidy going through there, good little run. Salford keeping the ball going there very well. Trying to get a ball out there that was impossible, I think, Shane, then. Oh, referee, never. It's shame that the man was held. Was not held, definitely. That was I'm sorry to say it again. Bad decision by the referee and a wrong decision.
Well, not necessarily, Jim. I mean, in what the referees. Oh, look at that! That's a brilliant kick. They're coming for after sharp, not to keep them out from this series of plays. No, we want players to not hang on at the tackle, but equally we want them to get on with the game, and it's getting a balance between the two factors. And here's Runcorn again.
Number 14 there, come on. And the scrum half, Rawlinson, it's the last tackle. And that kick through by Arkwright is going dead. It'll be a tap out on the 25. And yes, this is probably Bradshaw again. Now referee, and they're offside here again. And Sheddock's running well there. Oh, and that's a lovely run by Bradshaw again. There's Tunks. Oh, a beautiful try, and again it was that Arthur Bradshaw break. He is, at the moment, he's the best forward on this field, Arthur Bradshaw.
Yeah, he's certainly shone from in the Salford pattern. That was a great try, wasn't it? When we waited a long time to see some proper rugby from Salford, but we saw it there. It was the Arthur ball along the line, the Arthur Bradshaw break, and who was first up in support? Well, it was Peter Tunks, another forward getting up in support, and he timed his pass to Gilfillan perfectly, and with the momentum of the move, Gilfillan showing his same determination that we know is part of his great characteristics, took him over the line. And that was a good try from Salford, and it came at the right time as well, because we're not many minutes away from half-time, and who would have thought that at half-time we would have only had 2 tries against Runcorn. And here's Kerry's kick. Oh, it's gone. 10-0. But I mean, Runcorn are playing so well, aren't they? I mean, from the attack previously, they played out the 6 tackles without actually being decisive or breaking the Salford line, and the kick through could have had opportunities for them. 10-0.
Still, has to be said that not one of Salford's better performances so far this half. Although, still, for Runcorn, this is their Wembley. They are playing an undefeated team, and there's a team that's never won a match for ages and ages. So they're trying to put on a good show here for the fans. And 4 men there tackling Sheddock again. It's hard in that middle. Tunks is having a good game too. Oh, and Gilfillan. Oh, nicely. It's Amity in the runner. Did well there. There's Cassidy going through now. That's a good bit of football by Salford, and it's the last tackle. Salford taking it across, and it's Bradshaw again. And another try, beautiful on the last tackle, without kicking, right along the line. Beautiful bit of rugby, and that's Salford's third try. They're now livening up somewhat.
Yeah, that was great rugby from Salford, that was. First out onto the left when it was Tamati involved in the line, when I was just thinking he should have passed it inside to Kerry. The move continued right round the other side of the field, and one of the surprises today has to be the tremendous teamwork from Runcorn. How's that kick going? No, just drifted wide, 14-0, and I think Runcorn will feel a bit disappointed that having played so well for 35 minutes of this first half, that they're going in at half-time in a minute or two's time, having conceded 2 tries in the last 5 minutes, which have put Salford 8 further points on the board.
I think now that we're nearing half-time, and one can already see that tremendous effort that Runcorn put in the early part of the game is now taking its toll, and one or two players are walking about rather than running now. There's Sherritt going through well. Oh, yeah, number 10 here having a real good thump, a real old thump there. It's Dean. He swung at least 4 punches at Ian Sherritt's head. And he's speaking to Tunks. I don't know if Tunks was involved, was he? Yes, apparently Tunks went in to retaliate for the punches that were being thrown at Ian Sherritt, and I was rather fortunate for the Dean of Runcorn, because without that I'm sure he would have had at least 10 minutes in the sin bin. Tamati going through there. And that's a half-time hooter, Salford winning 14-0. Disappointed first half, and I'm sure that in the second half Salford will do a lot better, especially as they'll have the benefit of this very strong wind.
Yep, half-time, and a half that Runcorn will certainly feel very pleased and proud of. That was a tremendous performance from them. And Salford coming good towards the end of the half after having to struggle for the first half. Half-time score, it's Runcorn 0, Salford 14.
Beautiful. Oh, beautiful try there from Burgess. What a beautiful break. David Bell really has been the man of this half, certainly. And Gibson breaks through for a beautiful try. That's a beautiful try from Salford. Oh, now Hadley. Yes, Hadley scored a brilliant. What a brilliant try, and that sealed this match.
Sherrod just shrugs them off, and it's David Bell with his second try of the evening. Right, here we go for the second half. It's Salford to kick off. Now this time they got the wind behind the backs, and how often do we see the team with the wind behind the backs in the first half? Not in the second half. The wind seems to have dropped. But that was a good kick-off. And 14 points to 0. Yes, there's one substitute on the Runcorn team. It's Southward who is on. Not sure who is in place of on the Salford team. Early play from Runcorn, and the kick again, finding some distance from Platt, who's been the kicker on all the kicks from Runcorn. And there's Gibson again, showing how elusive he is, how difficult all the opposition always finds to put him down. But look at that man, that's Joe Wells going through for a break. That's I think the first time we've seen him make 20 yards like that. Cassidy to Hansen, determined run. 3 men to bring him down. Oh, well, and he dropped it. What a shame. Well, all sorts of options open there. It looked at one time as though Runcorn might have had another interception, but the pass was just a bit too high for Bradshaw to take. And what a good game Bradshaw's having today. Bit early yet, Jim, perhaps in the game, but anybody catching your eye for man of the match possibilities?
Not at the moment. The first half I would have said Arthur Bradshaw.
Yeah, I think you're right there Jim. Runcorn with the ball again. Good tackle from Tamati and Gilfillan. Oh, that's good play from Runcorn, keeping the ball alive over on the far side. Got Salford defence up to it. Cassidy and Gilfillan over there again. That's Gilfillan playing in the left centre position and Fell in the right centre position, even though the numbers are the other way around. That was well taken by the Runcorn player. Kick coming up again from Platt. Oh, that's hanging in the wind, going slightly backwards. Oh, and a nice take from Fell. He watched that all the way into his hands. And Evans is going, and he's through, and he's kicking ahead. And the chase is on. He was slightly obstructed then, but in the end it was Price who was back comfortably to cover it. But that was a good break from Evans, and he's going ahead for the ball and kicking ahead. And he's recovered the ball. That was great play. And he's going out to the left. Gilfillan juggling with it, just hanging on to it. Attack came from the Evans break. And probably an opportunity for Salford lost on that occasion. Gilfillan had to spend too much time controlling the ball and wasn't able to go forward. But it's going to come over to the right now. Tamati, Gibson, Hansen, Bradshaw. Fell, and it's Fell in the end, making it look so easy. In fact, the ball never went to Bradshaw. Bradshaw was the spare man in support. Good try, Jim.
Yes, well, it meant again it's a matter of passing the ball along the line from deep positions, and the speed of the passing of Salford is this season is excellent, and that's why we managed to get that try. But it came really set up by a wonderful break by Tex Evans, who then went on to recover the ball after they'd gathered his kick through.
Yes, good team try. Evans not having kicked through, he didn't give up. He went for the ball again and recovered possession. It went out to the left. Gilfillan was unable just to go over, but then it came right out to the right. There were options on it. It was Hansen who held the ball long enough to pass to Fell, and when Fell still had to score. Still it's all to do, and made a very nice inside side step to go over in the end on a post. That was a great try from Salford, and perhaps we now might think that the floodgates will open at 20 points to 0.
Yes, and as we thought, of course Salford do have this advantage that was Runcorn's in the first half, a very strong wind blowing downfield, straight into the faces of the Runcorn players, who are now, I think, feeling a lot from the very excellent play they put up in the first half of this match. Now there's an example, that ball was kicked off and it blew straight back so that Runcorn could gather it. That was the wind assisting the home team there.
Yeah, just as I said, the wind had dropped a bit. There's an example of how strong the wind is, and here's Runcorn still going forward well. Great difficulty bringing that man down. Runcorn not giving up. They're sensing the opportunity to get a couple of points on the board. Very nicely along the line, with Dean involved. Oh, here's Evans again now, picking up the loose ball. Oh, just unlucky that he couldn't quite get away. But it was thanks to a good tackle from Rawlinson that prevented him getting clear into the Runcorn part of the field. Walsh going on his own that time. Gibson at the play of the ball. Trunk's driving on, getting the pass out to Sherratt, breaking through. Difficult man to bring down, Sherratt. So strong, so powerful. Playing in the unaccustomed position of number 12 because of the injuries. Oh, and a little bit of retaliation from Platt then. Sherratt and Platt. Arthur Bradshaw in the line again, far out. The position from where he's made so many breaks this afternoon. And that was Ashcroft doing the right thing, trapping the ball, bringing it under control. And what, this is a good run. It's going almost clear. That was a great run from Ashcroft. He went round several Salford defenders then. And that was nearly another break, and it was a good tackle from Gilfillan that time to hold him back. Runcorn still going forward. Arkwright that time. Southward. Look at this, man, overlap. And the pass is coming to Winninger again. But a good defence from Salford. That was excellent play from Runcorn along the line. Creating the overlap for winger Ashcroft. But again, it was the Salford defence who was up to it, and it was Gibson who covered well. Gibson involved there, and the kick through has given Salford the opportunity to recover the ball. And the referee saw Arkwright swinging his arm then, as Salford thinking about a substitute. I think the crowd rather incensed by Arkwright's aggression. There's a man on the ground. I think it's Arthur Bradshaw on the receiving end of that attack, and that's a good kick from Kerry. A driving run. Pass just knocked down, and the knock on given. A change going to be made on the Salford side. Ian Sherratt coming off. He's not going to had a knock earlier on, and it's Bentley. Bentley coming on. Reorganisation in the Salford backs. And here's Runcorn still playing. Salford still reorganising. It's Texu staying on the wing and Hadley going into the pack and Bentley onto the left wing. That's a good pass. Look at this. What a nice break. And the pass just a little bit too clever then for his colleague, which gave Kerry the chance to recover the ball for Salford. And then there we saw Goodyear trying to recover the ball by kicking at the play of the ball. Tunks driving on. Nice inside pass. Well taken by Tamati, but nowhere to go. Well, there we have, it's Goodyear and Platt. Goodyear and Platt putting a bit of spice into the Runcorn team. What do you think of that, Jim?
Yeah, I think in this half, Runcorn have decided to be a bit negative, and some of the tackling, some of the lying on and niggling is spoiling what was a good contest and a good performance in the first half.
Well, that's certainly true, but perhaps it's a good indication that Runcorn are finding some steel. We did say at the start of the game that they weren't going to be pushovers. We did say that under new coach Chris Arkwright that we were expecting to see an improved performance, and we've seen just that. And there's Hadley in his forward position. He scored so many tries when he's been in the pack this season, as well as being out on the wing. Tunks out wide, still going, getting the ball away. And Hansen, lucky to recover it then. It seemed to be on the ground for a long time without anybody going for it. Gibson at acting halfback. Bradshaw. And giving it to the Runcorn player, so it's Runcorn with possession. And another Salford attack coming to naught on that occasion. And Bentley's first involvement in the game. It's nice to see Bentley playing again. He scored some good tries for Salford over the years. A couple of seasons ago he was one of the leading scorers with 15 tries. And then before he had that injury. But there's Salford offside for that play of the ball.
Yes, again, I think that was one of those cases where the referees and coaches have to get together. And the rule is that when the ball's placed on the floor to be played, you are entitled to run forward. And Salford do that very often in order to cut down the options of the team playing the ball. In that case, this instance, the referee, as one or two others of the season, gave it offside. And there's a ball gone to ground by Runcorn, and there's some terrible passing here now from Runcorn. The winger's struggling to get through there.
Yes, he's working well. It's the Runcorn winger, Ashcroft. The referee deciding that Salford players were offside then. And that kick's getting a good few yards from close in, and that's Platt again involved. And Platt organising his teammates with Arkwright. And there's a move on. Runcorn are organised. It's going right across. Nice clean passing. And it's still going. And Salford have missed the tackle. And the ball's still going. And that was good play from Runcorn. They've not getting ground, but they certainly created the opportunity and centre Price. Had the chance. It's Arkwright. Can't get him down. He's gaining 10 yards whilst in the tackle. So this is Runcorn with another good attacking spell. Oh. Southwood was falling as he took that ball. Runcorn on attack. 10 yards from the Salford line. Short pass. Salford cover good enough so far. Dean getting up to play the ball, and the man's going in from not far out. Must be only 2 yards short from the line now. But it's the handover. Runcorn very keen, a little bit over anxious to try and score from that position, and in the end it's Salford who get the ball from the handover.
I think that the referee gave a free kick for him not playing the ball correctly at the last play of the ball. It was the last one, and it would have been a turnover, but it's ruled that he didn't play the ball correctly. So that's a clearing kick. Now that series of 6 tackles it's put Salford under fierce pressure came all from that one free kick. A delay in the play here. Anyway, Salford are now back in possession. Bentley for his first run of the match, Steve.
Yes, and that little jink that we know Bentley's so capable of there. Tunk's keeping the ball alive. Although it looks untidy when it goes to ground, it's very effective. When it goes backwards, it's quite safe. It gives the teammates the opportunity to pick the ball up and keep the ball going. But that pass is a little bit too optimistic and too difficult for Bentley to take. Bentley, we can imagine, will be wanting to stake a regular first team place. Another penalty against Salford in that scrum, and it's Platt again who'll kick and has gained perhaps only about 5 or 6 yards that time. Here's Runcorn again, working a move with Dean. Difficult ball, well taken by Southwood. Arkwright, nearly through again. Difficult man to bring down. New player coach at Runcorn. Certainly making an impression here, and that's a good run. That was Higgs that time. Oh, that pass was just overrun by Platt, and that enabled Salford to recover the ball. Well, we're seeing as much of the game, if not more of the game, inside Salford half at the moment than we are doing in the Runcorn half, and we all know that we prefer to see it in the Runcorn half of the field. Salford still not finding it easy. 20 points to 0 up. Only one try this half scored in the opening minutes, and it's been Runcorn again, showing what good defensive qualities they've got. Kick. Wind assisted, pushing Runcorn back. That's a good run. It's a good run from Barrow. Beat Bradshaw, and it was Hampson who brought him down in the end. And that was the opposite winger, Ashcroft, over that side looking for the ball. And he's been a live wire this afternoon and shown what pace he's got. It's a nice little move. Well taken by Southwood, and he passes it on again to Platt. Look at this play from Runcorn. That's great inter-passing from them. He's away. But we said Ashcroft can run, and he's demonstrated it every time he's got the ball. That was excellent crisp play from Runcorn, deserving all the applause. And look at this, still going well across the field, and a nice break, and this pass on, the men backing up. Look at this, going through so many pairs of hands, and the Salford players are now getting involved. And there's another pass, and it's still going, but the referees decided that was a forward pass or a knock-on, and it's the handover. But that was great play from Runcorn, Jim. Good passing movement from Runcorn.
Yes, they're playing a lot of the football that Salford play in that regard, in that they're passing the ball well and swiftly. Hadley there, driving through, coming. Just it's Hadley that's taken the place the second row.
Yes, Hadley's in the second row, just taking a bit of a knock in that last tackle. And the referee deciding that the Runcorn tackling should be penalised on that occasion. And so Kerry will go for touch again. So 20 minutes gone in the second half, 20 minutes to go. Only one try, calls to up the tempo from Salford. And it's Tamati having the first drive. And now we're not far out. 10 yards or so from the line. And it goes to Hansen, pushing his way through. Coming out right. Tilgill filling. Oh, and the pass charge down. Well, that was better from Salford. There was certainly a crispness about that. There were options on. There were men moving off the ball. And that's what the game of rugby league needs. It needs options. It needs men moving off the ball, ready to run onto passes. But the Runcorn cover was up to it and smothered the ball, smothered the final pass and prevented a try being scored.
This David fell from Cassidy's pass, making some headway. Okay. And after a chapter of accidents, Salford regained the ball.
Yeah, but it's determination from Runcorn actually pushed Salford back 25 yards before Salford recovered the ball. But they have the chance to put together a clean move. Oh, and it's Kerry who's still going. Kerry evaded a couple of tacklers then, kept hold of the ball, couldn't make the vital final break. Tamati nowhere to go that time, being brought down by 3 Runcorn defenders. Walsh at the play of the ball. It's got to go left. There's nobody outright. Difficult one to take. Kerry deciding to hang on. Runcorn defence was up so quickly that by the time Kerry controlled the ball, there was no options on. Now it's to Hadley. Oh, and it's fell. And it's going to Bentley, who's picked it up cleanly. And that little jinx has taken him within what must be a yard of the line for the hangover. That was Bentley. Bentley at his best with that little jinx. Good attack from Salford that time, Jim.
Yes, unfortunately we didn't make the line and it was the last tackle, but they're spotting very well. It's negative, I know, but that's what these teams have to do. Spotting very well and closing Salford down. That's why Salford have to lie at such an angle across the field to get their passes in, otherwise they're being knocked down. So you credit to Runcorn for sticking at it and not giving up in this half, even though they're now 20 points down.
And that's the kicker. Kicker Flat doing what he's done so well all afternoon, and that was a particularly difficult kick against the wind from inside his own 25, and the ball went out of play 5 yards inside the Salford half. That was a great kick from him, relieving the pressure. Like Salford with the put in. And Evans again in the line. Fell evading one tackle, but brought down immediately. The second by that man Platt. Cassidy with a half break. And he's kept the ball alive, and it's still going to Hansen. It's Kerry now, and Kerry's going, and he's found the gap. Yes, he has. Oh, and he's still going inside, and he scored. What will the referee say? No, he's not giving it. The referee was too far from the play to see that, but that was a great break from Kerry. Wonderful interplay, and Kerry, great turn of speed, Jim.
Yes, it shows the kind of football that Salford can play there, and Kerry was very unfortunate there. He had to try and turn inside to get to the line, and in doing so he just fumbled the ball as he went down over the line.
Yeah, great attack from Salford, and Kerry showing his speed in the end, but not quite able to ground the ball cleanly. Salford are due for another score. 3 men now around Ashcroft, stopping him running. Arkwright going on his own. "15 minutes to go. Only had one try. There's another kick. Well taken by Evans. Difficult ball to take. Took it very well. And going strongly. He's going straight. Almost through. Great run from Evans. Great run from Tex. And in the end it was his opposite winger Ashcroft showing what his defensive qualities are. And there's that gets Gibson going. A great pass to him from Tunks. Tunks is always keeping the ball alive, but what on earth was Arkwright doing to Gibson then? Arkwright was round Gibson's neck, round his head. And I think everybody noticed that apart from the linesman and the referee, so Gibson's down for a minute. Seemed unnecessarily aggressive from Arkwright, but a great play from Tunks. And now Salford on the attack again. Tunks the playmate. Look at that lovely pass. Oh, unlucky. And Salford get the penalty from that because the Runcorn player was obstructing Arthur Bradshaw as he tried to take the ball. But certainly Tunks is showing his skills for Salford now over the last 2 or 3 games. He's back to his fitness and his stamina's there. And what we're seeing from Tunks is the ball playing abilities that we all knew, we were all told he was capable of.
Yeah.
A change on the Salford team. Tamati coming off to the applause of the fans, and Conroy going on. Good game from Tamati. Salford have been unlucky with a number of injuries recently, forcing team changes. And Tamati, I think, perhaps relishing the opportunity to play the game that he loves so much, rugby league. And there's good kick from Carey, right in front, a long way out, a difficult one in this wind, but 2 more points for Salford.
It's not a ground on which a lot of points necessarily will be scored. And from that kick-off, Runcorn again took the ball from their own kick-off, and they're on attack now.
Well, that's the second time we've seen Runcorn regain the ball from the kick-off, and look how well they're playing. They had an overlap that time, but the Salford cover was smothering the attack. Runcorn still looking lively. There's Martin back on the field. Runcorn look as though they could score at the moment. They're really looking sharp, and there's a good pass, and he's through, and well deserved. They deserve that. That was well played for Runcorn. They deserve several tries on several occasions, and I suppose it's good justice that it... Yes. The performance from Runcorn today has not been the performance of the team that's at the bottom of the table. St Helens is probably one of the few places that can support 2 rugby league teams, and it would be nice to think that the performance today will soon bring its rewards with results, with victories. We came very near to winning a couple of weeks ago when they lost only by 11 points, 10 to Hunslet. And with victories, it would be nice to see more people in this ground. So that's 22 points to 6. He's Platt again. Oh, but it's not quite gone in. Not quite gone into touch that time. It looked as though it was going and staying in play, and Evans had to be sharp to smother the ball. And there's Gibson going. Very elusive, Gibson. Always keen to get the ball. Always there to run it clear. Works his heart out. Tunks knocking him off and getting the pass away to Bentley. Not quite through for Bentley. The little shimmy was still there. And it's Tunks again. Oh, and it's Cassidy's through this time, looking for manning support, and there is one. And it's Walsh. Can he pass to anybody? No, he's surrounded by Runcorn defenders. Tunks. Oh, Conroy. Conroy's good drive there, just came on to replace Tamati a few minutes ago. Men over on the right, little kick through. But comfortably taken by Ashcroft. Oh, what good play, what a nice kick. And there's a men over, and it's going out to the fast man on the right, and it's play on, and the play's still going on. 6 more tackles. That was good thinking again. Little kick over. So often when you're moving forward fast enough you can recover possession from the kick over. And so here they are with men over on this side. But it was a good tackle from Fell. It's still Runcorn, but making good yards. Good inside pass. Hine going through. Salford having to sharpen up to keep Runcorn out. On the line. What a sharp break that was. Almost a forward pass. And it was Goulding still on the break. And it's Runcorn have gone up a gear at the moment. They're playing as sharp now as they have done at any time in the game. They're passing as crisply, as keenly as anybody, and just taking the option there for a few yards to kick the ball into touch. And it's a scrum down. Salford's put in. Just at this point, it starts to rain. And we know that. Oh, Salford ball. It's Gibson. And still gets his pass out. Gilfillan. Ooh, that tackle seemed to be a bit high from Dolan. Well, we're stood up in the stand, but we're good driving run from Conroy. We're stood in the stand, but we're stood under one of the many holes in the corrugated sheeting on the roof. Hadley going through, taking them with him. Only one try today for Hadley. And Cassidy did well not to pass the ball when he saw that there was a possibility of an interception. Oh, but that's a knock on. And so that will be a scrum down. So the ball will quickly become very wet and greasy. The rain not going to help the conditions, Jim, for the last few minutes.
No, it's time will be played out here under the worst conditions of the day, and the thing is that the wind has dropped. And with the dropping of the wind we've got the rain. So there's very strong wind in the first half. And now it's Salford's put in, I think, at that scrum. No, they've got the ball.
Oh, that was a good tackle. Oh, but they recover the ball. And Gilfillan is there to do the second tackle. I was unlucky not to be able to pick that ball up then, because he would have had a clear run through. Oh, Evans in very quickly that time, making sure that Ashcroft wasn't going to get away. Well, that wasn't quite a play the ball. I think Ashcroft just took a knock in that tackle. Well, there are about 5 minutes to go.
Get him off the track.
The rain coming down harder now. Good Salford support here today, and that's always a treat to come to away matches when you don't quite know where the ground is. It's the first time we've had to come to this ground, but you see Salford scarves, cars with Salford supporters in, and you all get together and find your way to the ground. It's a great day out, and it's a Salford heel, and it's a kick from the first. And look at the chase, it's on. The chase is on. They're all up to it. It's Bentley, it's Evans, and Gibson, but the ball just goes dead. That was a work move. The unexpected so very often is the move that will create an opportunity, particularly when it follows periods of play having been very, very steady. That was a great play. They thought about that one well. And it's always a tremendous sight to see the attackers in full flow chasing the ball, and that was certainly true on that occasion. Oh, look at this grab. Look at that break. That's Martin back on the field who saw half a yard and made a good few yards then before Arthur Bradshaw pulled him down. And there's another kick. Another good kick. Yeah, but Billy Platt playing very well. Probably Runcorn's man of the match today. Putting the ball into touch just outside the 25. And even now urging his men on with only a few minutes to go to see if he can get more points on the board. 22 points to 6. And that time penalising Salford, penalty for Runcorn.
The first time the match is actually given a free kick for feeding. It's one of those things that happens now in rugby league. Most referees are prepared to allow the ball to be won by the team that's feeding, but sometimes you get a referee who sees it differently just once. Playing out the last minutes with Runcorn still on attack and looking very lively. I think our play's come to an end over there with the tackle by Bentley.
Yes, and right to the very end it's Runcorn catching the eye, as they have done all through this game. Restricted Salford to 4 tries, and 2 of those within a 3 or 4 minute period just before half time. Oh, but here's an interception. He's got the pass out to Fell. Fell still going, nobody to pass to. But there's Tunks always keeping the ball available. And Arthur Bradshaw to Gibbo, and Gibson's going. Now he's beating one man. He's past 2 now. Will he get it to the line? Oh, he's going to make it. Oh, he's shooting to kick. He's going through his own. Will he get there before the ball? He does, and he's given the try. Magnificent try by Gibson. That's what we know he's so capable of doing. He's taking them all on his own, and the kick in the end, he just to perfection, and he put the ball down to score another try.
That was a brilliant. But Gibson really has a very hard game today. He's taken a lot of stick to, and he's played very well. And in that one, I think he was absolutely determined that Salford were going to finish up scoring the last, what will probably be the last try. Beautiful run, nice breakthrough, fought off 2 tacklers, and at the end put the kick through. And this time the ball just failed to roll dead, and he managed to ground it. That was a very good effort, solo effort by Steve Gibson.
Try from Gibson. What a Salford player Gibson is. Great heart for the club. Oh! That was unlucky. It just looked as though the wind might have taken it in, but it didn't, and it just hit the post. So that was Gibson bringing the crowd to light with his solo effort from inside his own half. £26 points to 6. And for the first time in the game, I think we've seen Runcorn walking. Now, will they be able, yet again, to collect this ball? I think, in fact, the Salford team have recognised and are lining out differently so to try and prevent it happening. But and they have. Salford have got that ball from the kick-off. Rain starting to come down again. Oh wow, Arthur Bradshaw lost that one. And it's Runcorn. Nice little run. Not too many Salford defenders. Oh, and there's a good pass, putting the man very cleanly away and passing on and recovering well. That was unlucky from Runcorn. They did all the right things, all the right rugby things, but the Salford defence was just too good at the end. And that's it. That's the final score. Right. Jim, what do you think about that one?
Well, a very hard game for Salford, and very disappointing, I'm sure, for the fans and for most of the Salford club. But you know, people expect Salford to win every match without facing any opposition at all, and you say, well, Runcorn never won a match. They've come out here today and played as if it was their Wembley. They're playing the top team in the second division, and they've had a real good goal. Good credit to them. As for Salford, well, they've had quite a few changes through injury, disjointed team, but nevertheless they've keep their 100% record in the second division, and that's what they come here to do. Perhaps you'll see a different game when Runcorn come to play at Salford, but nevertheless, good luck to Runcorn. If they keep playing football of that standard, Steve, I'm sure that it won't be very long before they can put to rest that ghost about them never being a team that wins a match.
Yes, I agree with everything that you said, Jim. So the Salford story goes on. Success, 10 out of 10, and we look forward now to next week's game against Whitehaven.
David fell, beautiful. Oh, beautiful try there from Burgess. What a beautiful break. David Fell really has been the man of this half, certainly. And Gibson breaks through for a beautiful try. That's a beautiful try from Salford. Oh, and there's Hadley. Yes, Hadley scored a brilliant, what a brilliant try. And that sealed this match.